Bring in criminal defense attorney Eric Guster, right? I mean, if you're looking for a confession, that sure is not a confession.
That was far from a confession, and that goes straight to Dr. McNeil's story. He says she drowned. He already didn't like his wife, so we know that the B word was going to fly around here like crows going north.
Yeah.
I mean, they simply put up a bad witness, and the prosecution looked like they were grasping for straws.
It seemed like a defense witness. It seemed like a defense witness.
And that's part of the problem. So they're trying to bring these witnesses in to talk about other things. The prosecution wants to get out this B word, other things like that. But when you have a witness up there, former jailhouse witness, credibility questionable, when you have a witness like they're up that, and they don't give you that home run statement of, I did it, does this actually hurt the prosecution's case? Could it?
It hurts the prosecution because it looks like they're grasping for straws and that they're trying to make something stick. And it seems like they're trying to inflame the jury by talking about the B word, because all the witnesses that they interviewed in reference to the jailhouse witnesses, that's all they could talk about. He called her a B, but he never said he killed her. Yeah. He said, there was no evidence that she drowned, that I drowned her. There's no evidence of anything I did because I didn't kill her.
That's my problem with this. It feels like their case is getting sidetracked. I think they were building to a stronger case against Dr. McNeil, and now here we go way off the highway, and we got a bunch of jailhouse witnesses on, credibility questionable. Right. And they're saying what? Not much.
At the end of the case, too, you would think that they would take the momentum. They wouldn't present this at the end of their case. We're nearing the end. We could see this wrap up tomorrow, right?
Well, the reason that they did that, they were trying to tie everything together. From the beginning to the end, he talked to Gypsy before. Then afterwards, he is tying everything in together. However, it backtracked on them and made them look desperate, and that doesn't go well for jurors.
They were going for the home run. I don't even think they got a single out of this one.
No,
we'll see what the jury has to say
almost
about that.
strike out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem right So he's stressed. He's upset that people are accusing him of things. He's mad at the daughters. But this is a guy, remember, he had the toe issue, right? He's working out in jail. He seems healthy. And not only that, says his wife is Gypsy.
Yeah, that's right. The big thing here is that he seemed upset that he was being accused of not performing CPR. Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Eric Guster. Eric, do you think that's effective for the defense to point that out? Because, I mean, wouldn't somebody, regardless of whether they committed murder, be upset if they're accused of murder on television?
Well, yes. And then Mr. McNeil, Dr. McNeil was stating that he tried to perform CPR and that they were putting out bad information. And all of us know he was going to go to trial, and he was also going, this information would taint the jury, because jurors, they're supposed to not see information, but they don't know they're on the jury yet. So they're watching HLN to see what's coming up with the big cases, especially those who may be called for jury.
So he feels like that could influence a potential jury pool.
Absolutely. Because
could it also be the other thing, and again, I'm taking the defense perspective here for a second just to play devil's advocate. Right. They would say, wait, this is a guy who tried to save his wife, and now on national TV they're saying he didn't do CPR?
Exactly. I mean, he tried to save his wife, according to Dr. McNeil. He tried to save his wife, and now they're lying on him. And that would upset anyone. If you tried to save any family member and someone else was saying something otherwise, you would get upset as well.
Well, let's talk about what also this inmate number 3, as he's being called, said. He was talking about how Martin McNeil referred to his wife as the B word. Okay, does that implicate anything more than just he didn't like his wife? We already knew that. He was having an affair. So we already knew that he didn't get along with his wife, but does that mean he wanted to murder his wife?
Or better yet, is that just jailhouse talk?
Exactly.
I mean, what's he going to say in jail? Oh, my lovely wife.
Yes. My lovely wife, and I have a woman who is on the side as well. So
yes, my lovely other wife.
Exactly, my lovely other one who's in jail somewhere else.
Right.
I think it would impact the jury, especially with the women, because they don't like that word, for one. Secondly, he was still married to her, and now she's deceased. So it would help put him in a bad light with some of the jurors. However, that doesn't mean he murdered his wife. He had someone else he was seeing. He was obviously not happy with his marriage, so he used that word loosely.
But it's the lack of sensitivity that a lot of people, especially online, are saying, hey, this shows what kind of guy this was. We've seen this over and over again. His own daughters are testifying against him, and this is how he talks in jail about his dead wife.
And he's a scummy guy. Yeah. He is not a picture-perfect husband, and we know that. We know he made bad decisions. We know he was cheating on his wife. We know he moved his mistress into the house shortly thereafter, but that doesn't mean that he killed his wife.
But do we know that he killed his wife? And will the jury believe that? The state's hoping so, and so they're bringing up inmate number 3.
All right, so that's Gypsy on the stand. What's she going to say next? Let's bring back in Eric Guster. Okay, what do you want to hear from Gypsy when she comes back to the stand?
From the prosecution side, I want her to tie in everything, that he said something about killing his wife, and that about the affair, and she was not married to him, which goes to the credibility of the prison inmates, that she was in prison at the time he said that. And that'll make him look like a bad guy even more, because he said that his wife was in prison at the same time he was.
But she didn't say it the last time she was on the stand. Why would she say it this time?
Well, you know, the prisoner said that his wife was in prison at the time that he said it. Now, and she would come and testify what are the dates you were in prison, and put that timeline, say, and ask him, are you his wife? And her answer is no, his wife was dead.
But we're still not getting an admission. We're not getting anyone saying anything about him. Do you expect her to maybe go closer in the direction of maybe he did something to his wife?
I don't think that he can. I don't think that they can. I think their case is pretty weak, and they're grasping for straws and trying to make something stick.
You think right now they can't get a conviction on what
No.
they have right now?
No.
No.
I have not. In this entire trial, I've been watching the entire trial. I have not seen anything where I thought they could get a conviction.
But will Gypsy Willis be the one that seals the deal? Is that what the prosecution's looking for tomorrow? I'm sure they are. We're going to have to wait and see. We'll have that testimony for you tomorrow on Evening Express. But for now, stay close, because Jane Velez Mitchell starts